because Iran has just announced that the Strait of Hormuz is fully open and ready for business and full passage. But the naval blockade, with the greatest navy in the world, from the greatest military the world has ever seen, we built it during my first term. We built it. They said I was crazy. We weren't so crazy, were we? Will remain in full force and effect as it pertains to Iran until such time as our transaction with Iran is 100% complete and fully signed. And this process, we're getting along well, but who knows with anyone, but who knows with Iran in particular. This process should go very quickly, in that most of the points are already negotiated and agreed to. You'll be very happy. The USA will get all nuclear dust. You know what the nuclear dust is? That was that white powdery substance created by our B-2 bombers, those great B-2 bombers, late one evening 7 months ago. No money will exchange hands in any way, shape, or form. Iran will be, and you know how we're going to get the dust, right? Iran, we were going to take it anyway, but taking it that way is slightly more dangerous, but we were going to get it anyway. But Iran, with the help of the USA, has removed or is removing all of the sea mines, and most importantly, it never agreed, and you'll understand, they will never have a nuclear weapon. They will never have a nuclear weapon. And somebody said, how are we going to get the nuclear dust? We're going to get it by going in with Iran, with lots of excavators, because the B-2s, remember when fake news CNN said, well, maybe obliteration is too strong a word, obliteration. That's so deep. We need the biggest excavators you can imagine, but we're going to go in together with Iran, we're going to get it, and we're going to take it back home to the USA. Very simple. Our ancestors knew exactly what to do with America's enemies. Beat them and beat them good. That's what they had to do. That's what they had to do. And if NATO teaches us any one thing, and I hope you all watched, because they weren't there for us, if it teaches us any one thing, we have to rely on ourselves. We can't rely on outside countries and outside sources.
در مورد مسائلی که مطرح شده هم در رسانه هاشون هم بعضی از مقامات آمریکایی ذکر کردن، هیچ کدومشون قابل تایید نیست. به عنوان مثال عرض میکنم خدمتتون، اورانیوم غنی شده ایران به هیچ عنوان قرار نیست به جایی منتقل بشه. به همون اندازه که خاک ایران برای ما مهم هست و مقدس هست، این موضوع هم برای ما اهمیت داره. ولی آنچه که میتونم با قطعیت بگم خدمتتون، الان دیگه ابهامی در رابطه با هیچ یک از بخش‌های مذاکراتی یا موضوعات مذاکراتی به نظر من وجود نداره. مواضع ما خیلی روشن بیان شد، نه فقط توسط وزارت خارجه بلکه در دیدارهایی که هیئت پاکستانی با رئیس جمهور محترم داشتن، با آقای قالیباف داشتن، با مقام‌های نظامی داشتن، همه چیز روشن هست.
Tonight, President Trump is sending his strongest signal yet that the war with Iran may be nearing an end. In a speech today in Phoenix, he began by painting a picture of a swift and orderly return to peace and stability.
We have some good news I'll tell you about a little. Would anybody like to hear about Iran a little bit? This process should go very quickly, in that most of the points are already negotiated and agreed to. You'll be very happy.
Now, that would be welcome news for stability in the region, the global economy, gas prices, and of course, the families of America's armed forces. The president seems to believe these developments are so promising, he was live posting the updates seemingly as he got them. But publicly, at least tonight, as we come on the air, Tehran is still rejecting that optimism. The Speaker of Iran's parliament went so far as to accuse the president of making 7 false claims in the span of an hour.
Iran has just announced that the Strait of Hormuz is fully open and ready for business and full passage.
Now, Iran's foreign minister did say, yes, the strait is open, but only a handful of ships felt safe enough to pass through. And there is a catch that Iranian state TV is reporting only non-military vessels can sail through, and only through designated routes approved by Iran. Iranian officials are warning they will close the strait again, they say, unless the United States lifts its blockade of Iranian ports. That has not happened, of course, because it's a major point of leverage that the U.S. delegation has in any further peace talks. The president also signaled a breakthrough on another huge sticking point, that enriched uranium, which the president lately has been referring to as nuclear dust, that remains buried deep underground in Iran after the U.S. strikes there last June.
The chief negotiator, Ghalibaf, the Speaker of the Parliament, coming out in the last few minutes with his own set of tweets saying everything, all 7 points that President Trump has tweeted about today or put on social media about today are false. He's speaking here about President Trump's claim that Iran has given up enrichment, that Iran is willing to give to the United States its highly enriched uranium, the nuclear dust that President Trump talks about. He's saying as well, the Speaker is saying that the war cannot be won on lies, and he goes on to say if the United States blockade of the Strait of Hormuz continues, then Iran will just shut the strait down again.
So we're going to be knowing very shortly, but we're talking over. I expect things to go well. Many of these things have been negotiated and agreed to.
Sir, what was the good news that you had 20 minutes ago?
Having to do with Iran.
Can you tell us anything about?
No, but you'll hear about it. But I just think it's something that should happen. It's something that only makes sense to happen, and I think it will. We'll see what happens, but I think it will.
Have you agreed to sanctions
really earlier that everything has been agreed to?
No, we haven't.
No, none.
You told me earlier that everything has been agreed to. Iran was saying something different. So what has been worked out?
Well, he's got to say something different because, you know, they have people that they have to cater to also. I really don't. I'm just doing the thing that's right. I'm just saying it like it is. And we have a situation, I think, that is going to be very beneficial. And the main thing is that Iran will not have a nuclear weapon. You cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon, and that supersedes everything else.
Have you been having a lot of
personally the one that's making these negotiations?
Say it?
Are you personally the one that's making these negotiations?
I guess, yeah. I mean, I have people representing me, but I'm the one that makes the decision.
Sir, in the strait,
President, there have been reports that the Pentagon's preparing for military action in Cuba. Are those reports true? Is Cuba next?
Well, it depends on what your definition of military action is.
Would it look like Venezuela or Iran?
No, it does. It depends on what your definition of military action is, as Bill Clinton would say. You understand that? No, a lot of people don't understand that.
sir, on the strait,
Your 9 a.m. event tomorrow, what are you planning to announce?
Well, we have something tomorrow, and it's a little bit of a surprise. I think it's a very positive thing, something I feel strongly about. Somebody's coming to the White House who's very good, very smart, very caring, a person that cares a lot about the country and beyond. And so we're going to have a news conference tomorrow, a little unusual. Saturday morning.
Is it about Iran?
Yeah.
No. Well, it will be. Ultimately, everything's about Iran, I guess. It all morphs into Iran. You're going to be asking questions. But the Iran thing is just going well. Tomorrow is unrelated, but it'll be a form of a news conference. And I think it's going to be something very good for our country.
播报新闻是我的日常，必须时刻保持妆容和皮肤的最佳状态。当来到人生中最重要的时刻，也是 KS 逆时奇迹帮助我轻松驾驭，闪闪发光。KS 逆时奇迹活肤露全效精华、精华霜，多达5种 EGF 6大冻龄关键成分，保湿效果让我非常满意，小细纹也不再困扰我。我就是我自己的最佳女主角 ，KS 让我从容自信，光彩动人。我是我人生中的大女主，我的最爱我做主。KS 逆时奇迹系列热卖中，下单请上快点购，透过中天新闻网 App 下单立减50，或输入 CTI 推荐码有额外折扣。